Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of our Void and Morg Vanilla Plus series. I changed up the layout a little bit over here. You can see I added kind of like an herb area. We are next to our brewing stand, so herbs and such make sense, right? And I think it really fills out that spot. I like that a lot. I am going to be making a copper farm. We're going to need it if we're going to do our big build, which I've already designed the hub, which is not even close, not even close to being done. Like as far as like the final base, like it's not even close. It's just the hub where I'm going to have the storage, and it's like, it's probably one of the bigger parts of the base, but it's certainly not the biggest, and I need a lot of copper for that. So I'm going to make a copper farm. You can already see I've already started to oxidize some of my copper. Void is helping out and he's oxidizing some copper as well. But I need a specific sword for the copper farm that I'm going to be making, and I realized I only had 1 diamond. And I thought to myself, here I have this vast ocean filled with underground caves and everything like that. Let's just make a few potions and let's mine it. And you guys kind of saw a little bit of it in the intro, but I went from 1 diamond to this, to 4.5 stacks of diamonds in probably about an hour. Not even an hour, because I only went through 4 potion sets. I only went through 4 potions, about 3 caves, 3 huge caves, not tiny caves, huge croppings of caves. And so yeah, about 40 minutes then, if I used 4 potions, almost, because they're 8 minutes each. I think we're good for diamonds for a while. I should give some to Void, actually. He's been mining like crazy. We'll give him. Look at this. We're going to give him a whole stack. We're going to give him a whole stack. Oh, I know what we'll do. I know what we'll do. Yes. I will take the item frames. Oh, I don't have any shards. Oh, I have some shards. We're gonna litter his starting area with some diamonds for him. And we're gonna pick up some of our copper on the way. Oops. my carefully planned grass, not really, but specifically placed grass always gets the raw end of the deal when I'm out here. Yeah, you can tell I've been out here for a while, AFK. I don't really place them properly. Void places them better. His oxidizes super fast. I, on the other hand, get angry and annoyed, and I just start placing them randomly. They're supposed to be 4 blocks apart. Some of mine are 4 blocks apart. Some of them are also, I hate you. I'm placing this here. I hate you. I hate you, copper. I hate you. I hate that I need so much oxidized copper. Why did I choose copper? Because it's pretty. Look at this block. It's so gorgeous. So pretty. I don't think there will ever be a build that I make without copper. I don't think there ever will be. I love this block too much. Same with moss. I don't think there will ever be a build where I don't have moss in some sort of the design. So Void and I while I'm doing this, actually, I'm gonna finish this up a little bit. I'm gonna have we're gonna throw it back. Void and I cleared an ocean monument, and it was not fun. I hated it. I hated every second of it. I died like 5 times, and I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. Void tried his best to get as much as my gear as he could. I lost my boots, I think, which sucked. And I lost, I think, maybe my shovel. But I mostly lost the sponges I collected and like that sort of thing. I'm gonna need a lot of sponges too, guys. So underground water base, of course we need sponges. So let's throw back to that while I finish this up.
Oh, hey, the conduit's active, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Where'd he go?
All right, ready?
There he is. Yeah, let me finish killing this guy real quick. 1 sec. Come here, you. Oh my god, they move so interestingly now because of the... There we go. Give me those. Okay, anyways. There you are. Alright, in we go. You are going to tear this place to the ground, aren't you? What is... Oh, no way!
I just picked it up. There's a trident. Oh, God, we're going to die, though.
Hold on.
Let's look for...
The big, the big
Let's
bad.
go this way. Oh, there's one right there.
Oh, yeah. Here, I'll work on these little babies while you get the big boy. Unless you need me to get the big boy, too. Got that one.
Oh, got him. Okay.
So we got big boy in here.
Another big boy right over here. Big boy over here.
Oh, and sponges, and there's a conduit, a place
I'm
for a
gonna
conduit.
need some help, though.
I'm coming, I'm coming. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, I gotta back up for a sec.
Yep, I do too. Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm
No, no,
gonna
no, no,
die.
no,
I'm
no, no.
gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Hang on. Let me get some of the baby's attentions. Oh, run, 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 run. No, 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 no. Stop, stop, stop. Hold on a sec. Are you okay?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, he dropped a heart of the sea.
I thought I saw one pop out of him.
Yeah. It's interesting. Oh, here's another guy.
I see him coming. Are there any babies in here? There's no babies in here. Nice. Nice.
Awesome.
I got a sponge from it. Oh, I got his head too. Ha ha ha.
Nice.
Come on, hearts. Come on, hearts.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Nope.
Oh, no.
Don't get stuck up there. That's how I died.
Yeah. I have some of your stuff. I don't know how much of it. I'm trying to collect it. I should have brought a chest. Actually, no, I can't. Go dump some more stuff in this other chest over here.
Oh, I see. Okay. I instantly died again. Awesome. It's all you gotta. It's also like up by the.
Yeah.
The lanterns. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. I hated it. I have avoided going back to set up my guardian farm. I've avoided it because I hated it that much. I need to set it up though. I need lanterns. Do I need lanterns? Yeah, see his copper is oxidizing much faster than I. Do you guys see this bridge? Of course not, because I haven't shown it to you. Void completed his bridge, and I'm very proud of him. Our empire name is not named Morgtopia, but we'll let it pass because I'm proud of him. He doesn't build. He doesn't build all that much. And look at this bridge. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. He also made sure that I can go underneath it with a boat. It's great. It's great. We're going to steal probably a chest from him. Oh, he has plenty of diamonds. We'll give him more, though. We'll give him more. We steal chest. Thank you. Hello. We steal the chest. Oh, he's not going to see it there. We should place it in front of his... I know. We'll place it down here with his villagers. You know he's going to be down here doing this stuff. All right. Let's put up our item frames. That's fine. That'll do. Ah. Wait. I thought these... Do these not... No. I thought these made the item frames invisible. Is that a mod that I completely... It's a mod. It's a mod. It's a mod that makes these invisible. Oh my goodness. I am upset. I am upset. There's a command I can use, I think. Oh my gosh. It's a mod. I don't know what mod does it. Alright, I think that looks good. I think Void will be happy. I'm sure he'll see it tomorrow when he logs in. He's streaming tomorrow. So, yeah. We might be going to the end too this episode. I haven't decided yet. The copper farm that I'm going to be making is super helpful in the end. Like, it's better in the end. See, like this placement. You see this placement here? I didn't care. I was grumpy. I was sick of the copper. I was sick of the copper. We still have to find the stronghold. I only have 2 ender eyes. We need more blaze powder, which isn't hard because we had that blaze powder, or we had that blaze spawner right next to our portals. But a lot to do. I finally finished the design for the main hub of our mega build. And by finished, I mean I told myself to stop adding things so that I could actually start building it in game because we have a lot to do. Now I have a program that lets me take a look at the materials that I need. I designed this in creative, and then this program allows me to select that area, and then it tells me what all we need. We don't need stone. That's the floor. Same with the deep slate. We don't need that. But like the copper, we're gonna need a lot of copper, like 106 stacks of copper. And then quartz, we're gonna need like 16, actually more like 20, because we also have quartz pillars. We probably need about 20 stacks of quartz, but that's not the big one. We're gonna need 123 stacks of glass. We have so much to do. Now, what I'm working on right now, which seems to be the easiest thing, is working on a copper farm. Once we get the copper farm up and running, then we'll work on a guardian farm because I need a lot of sea lanterns and prismarine. Are you sensing the color theme that we're going with? So I originally built the copper farm here in the overworld, even though it's a copper farm meant to be built in the end. And I was running into a problem. As you can see here, I was getting them to spawn on one platform, but I wasn't getting them to spawn on the other. I tried lighting up the area below. I tried extending the platform itself, and nothing was working. I was so grumpy with this. I was so frustrated with this. Why weren't they coming from this end? And I looked it up later. I searched through the comments far after I decided to just tear this down and go to the end. I just needed to change the direction of the platform. But Void and I decided, screw it, we'll go to the end. We'll build a copper farm there. We found a stronghold almost immediately, and we jumped right in. You guys have seen this 100 times, I'm sure. You guys know exactly. Yes, I just got hit in the face with a fireball. It's fine. We killed the dragon, easy peasy, and we were actually pretty curious about where our spawn would be. We have a data pack that drops like a Elytra and an egg when you kill the dragon, so that way Void and I can both have an egg. And we were hoping that the teleporter, we could get lucky, and the teleporter would be right next to an end city, right? Look what we got. I have never seen this before. I have never had a spawn like this before whatsoever. It was so unlucky, but I was planning on making a second teleporter anyway, so it was late. Void and I headed home. I resummoned the dragon to get us a different teleporter because I was going to build a copper farm in a second one anyway. Went ahead, killed the dragon on my own. As you can see, nothing to it. I also saw this guy. This man was quite dapper. he had business things. I went through the end teleport and I found an end city. That way Void also has an Elytra for him as well. So Void got his Elytra, I got my Elytra. We were good to go. So I chose this copper farm design due to the simplicity. I've seen monstrous farms before, and the thought of doing one of those at the time seemed impossible. This requires very little materials, and it can be made in about 30 minutes. All links are below for the farm tutorials that I'll be using for the rest of the episode. The copper farm relies on zombies being called in as reinforcements. So you don't want to kill the zombies immediately. Every hit they take gives a 0, I think, to 10% chance to call in reinforcements. So the goal is to be able to hit the zombies as much as possible before they die. Using ladders apparently removes the entity cram, allowing as many zombies as your server can hold in one spot. Using an armor stand allows you to hit all of the zombies at once. And I'll show you guys that in a minute. I think the biggest issue I had was bringing in the zombies. Not so much finding zombies, because you're going to be in a stronghold, but literally bringing them to the island that I had. Especially never having done this before, I made a few mistakes, slightly. So I was able to get them in, as you can see. And then I almost got yeeted off. Thank God I had an Elytra. Oh my goodness. And then when I got back, they weren't here. I must have knocked them off with me. So yeah, bigger platforms. Always think bigger platforms. Always think more than what you're gonna need. The tutorial, I believe, suggested getting maybe about 4 or 5. I suggest way more than that to get started. The 4 or 5 that I managed to bring over barely brought me any reinforcements. I was killing them far faster than I was getting reinforcements from the few that I brought in. So I really suggest bringing in as many as you can afford. And for me, iron was the factor with this as well. Not only for carts, but rail and everything like that. Yes, I almost killed them again. I almost killed them again. Platform's still not big enough. It was close. It was close. Leading them to the farm wasn't a problem. Once I got them there, I punched them a few times and I got a few extra. Again, I had to get more after this batch because it just didn't work. You can see this farm starts out incredibly slow. Okay, I had a couple in there. I wasn't getting the reinforcements that I needed or wanted, and it was just getting a little frustrating. Here's hoping these next 3 or 4 do it for me. Now, I want you guys to watch how much this farm ramps up once you finally get it going. And this may seem like a lot, but let me tell you, it's going to get bigger and bigger. Make sure you can handle it on the server. Follow the directions on how to cull the farm. Personally, I would set out about 10 boats once you get the farm going so that you have 20 additional zombies ready and waiting in case you end up breaking the farm somehow and you having to start over. That way you don't have to bring the new zombies in from the stronghold. Trust me, it's a lifesaver when you accidentally cull the entire batch without realizing you were on the wrong sword. Look at this. It's ridiculous. Yes, I almost crashed the server. Quite a few times, actually. So next up, I started to clear an area near a village in the desert so that we can make an iron farm. With all those zombies I was bringing in, I lost a lot of iron, especially with minecarts being just yeeted off of the side. So I need an iron farm if I'm going to do any sort of sorting systems for any of the future farms that we're doing, as well as for my mega base. We will be having a sorting system and I'm excited. I also chose this area since we're going to need a lot of glass and I can super smelt it all whilst AFKing at the farm. I like this farm design because it's really simple. I didn't have to build something in the sky or work on getting another zombie in a cauldron so that it can bounce around. No, nothing. I just needed to make sure the area was flat and that there wasn't any holes in the general area. So there are 4 sets of 3 villagers each, and I could probably add more if I wanted to. And surprisingly, getting them in the hole was not that bad. I was actually surprised with the tip that I got from this particular tutorial about using the beds and just waiting until nighttime, waiting until they lay down on. This guy's being in a pain, by the way. I think I followed this guy around. I don't know how long before he decided he wanted to lay in a bed. These 2 star citizens, appreciated them greatly. I also accidentally hit that guy once, so I had to be careful. Both on the bed, boom, boom, down they go. Yeah, I lost a bed. I don't care. I was having an issue with the zombies actually getting into the boat, as you are about to see. And I still am confused as to why it was happening. I don't think I gave them enough headroom. Looking back at this footage, I think if I gave them more headroom and then closed it off, because you have to be careful about iron golems spawning in this room and killing the zombies, scaring the villagers. But I think getting him in and then quickly filling in the top would have been fine. And now, once we got this going, we got plenty of iron. It was great. Just AFK'd down by the chests, the collection, and boom. So because there's 4 sets, it gave a chance for 4 iron golems to spawn at once. And it's incredible. I could probably add 1, 2, 3 more if I wanted to. But honestly, this was perfectly fine. After that, we headed on over to our Guardian Temple so I can start work on our Guardian Farm. We're going to need Prismarine and sea lanterns. Oh my gosh, the sea lanterns. So we definitely needed this to get started. I was a little nervous if our Guardian Temple is even going to work with the tutorials that I found, because Young's does change the layout quite a bit. I did find this spot here in the opening, or in the front of it, that had this huge opening, so I hoped that this would work out, and it does. So if you are using Young's water temple changes, you can easily make this Guardian Farm without a problem. Apparently there was a nerf at one point in 1.18 or 1.19 that nerfs the spawn rate of the Guardians, so you might need to make more than 2 platforms. I just did 2 because I wanted to see what the spawn rate, it's an easy change to make later on, right? Making an additional platforms is not something that you have to do at the beginning. So I wanted to test it and see how it is, and for me personally, 2 platforms was just enough. The collection system for this was a little different than any that I have done before, and I feel like that I'm going to be saying that about every single farm I make today. All of these designs that I'm doing today in this video, I have never done before, and I love finding new designs like this. This Guardian Farm has a unique system of using the water to push the Guardians forward, also being the stream that takes the items somewhere else. So how intuitive is that? That's fantastic. We needed so many chests for this. And it is necessary. My spawns weren't, or my spawn rate wasn't huge because I'm only using 2 platforms, but I can totally see if you are using 4 platforms, you're gonna need this much. It's gonna get filled almost immediately. Absolutely. This farm uses a nether portal to teleport the Guardians from down there to the nether, and then dropping them enough to damage them to 1 heart so that we can just swing once and kill them. This is the first farm that I've ever done where I've had to go to the nether roof, so that was an interesting experience. Once up there, we made a box for the Guardians to live in for a short amount of time before sending them back into the overworld, which allowed me to make my first makeshift timer that sends the Guardians through every 15 seconds. So when the hopper moves all of the seeds into the other hopper, the redstone, or the piston, activates and moves the redstone to the other hopper. And it does that every 15 seconds or so. Like I said, it's really interesting to watch because this is all magic to me. I don't understand redstone at all. I don't understand why things do what they do. I don't understand how this works, but it works. And I love it. Thank you, redstone tutorial makers. I appreciate you. With that set up, we headed back through the portal and finished setting up the killing chamber for the Guardians. And then we also finished up the storage for the drops. Finally, we add the soul sand to the bottom to force the Guardians into the portals. And now that we are up and running, 1 swing supposedly gives 30 levels. If you're starting at 0, of course. And that is every 15 seconds that these Guardians drop in through the portal. I do know that it will fully fix my tools, and my God, am I going to need it. Our last farm of the episode is a simple bee farm. I'm going to need wax for some of my copper because it's not all going to be oxidized, and I need it to stay in the weathered condition as well. Finishing this in about 30 minutes was probably my favorite part of this bee farm. I I placed it close to Void since I know he'll be hanging out in his area building his castle while I am going to be out gathering more materials. With so many beehives, I don't think we'll need to worry about wax ever again. Maybe we can add it to our design later, because I do like the block, to be fair. I do think the block is very pretty. And now we just need to get all the glass that we need. I destroyed the local desert and I set up a super smelter right next to the iron farm. And it didn't take that long at all. To get all of our glass and bonus iron just from hanging out nearby. I'm always surprised at how fast a super smelter is. I don't know why, because I don't understand. It's just like other restaurant. I don't understand why it's so fast. And yay, more iron. And now we just need to use the copper farm and then wait for the copper to oxidize. It's excruciatingly slow. I think before I build the next part of my mega base, I'm going to make a machine that auto places copper for oxidizing. Yes. That is a thing. It does exist, and I think I'm going to make a bigger farm for copper too, because copper is going to be a key component. I love the block so much. It's just such a pain to get. This was my least favorite part about gathering materials, this part right here. Plus, I had to go around and wax in stages for some parts too. I needed some weathered, I needed some exposed. It was all just a pain, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I gathered the last bit of materials I needed, including some azalea leaves. I mean, is it really one of my builds if I don't have azalea leaves? I can't imagine not building without azalea leaves. I need it too much. They're the perfect green. I bought some quartz from Void's villagers, and I finally decided to just take some of the Guardian Temple's dark prismarine because farming squid for the black ink dye was getting incredibly tedious. Guys, we are finally ready to build. I was kind of checking out the area. You see I have my night vision potion on real quick. We're going out there. We're going out there next time. That is going to be the end of this episode. I think we got a lot done this episode. I have spent like 3 weeks just gathering all of this material. Like, look, I have freaking 430 EXP levels. That's ridiculous. From the copper farm, from the Guardian farm. Oh my goodness. You guys excited? I'm excited. I'm so excited to start working on the build. I'm so happy. We've been working so hard getting everything. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. You're ready. Let's go. I'll see you guys next week. Next week? Get it built in 1 week? Absolutely. Maybe. Yes. No. Maybe. Possibly. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to do the UTV things. UTV! Like, subscribe. Aww. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.